afternoon, everyone, and happy hump day to you. It is the 5th of November, and it is Wednesday at 1:54 p.m., and I am feeling fantastic. So far today, it's been a little bit of a bittersweet, morning/afternoon. So keeping up with tradition of my, opening video for a recording session, I will catch you guys up quickly as to how things have been going for me. So starting off with why today has been good so far, this morning I got in the mail a gift card to a local restaurant. And kind of as a little bit of a backstory as to why we got this gift card was because about 2 weeks ago, my husband and I visited this local establishment, and our waitress was a complete nightmare. She was rude, she was disconnected, she wasn't helpful at all. It took her 25 minutes before she actually took our food order, which I can understand if it's really busy, but we went when there was almost no one there. There were literally 3 other people in this entire restaurant when we went there, and it took her 25 minutes to actually attend to us because she was on her phone texting and shooting the shit with some of the other waitresses. So I'm a firm believer in the idea that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I typically will leave feedback to restaurants or stores or whatever other establishment you're talking about if I have either an exceedingly positive experience or an exceedingly negative experience. And this was so negative because of how rude and disconnected she was. It wasn't just that she didn't do a good job of serving, but her attitude was complete and utter shit. So I just very politely had written an email to the company itself, and I asked very politely that they forward it to the manager. And I even stated in the email, I wasn't looking for an apology, I wasn't looking for compensation, I just wanted to explain this was my experience and that this was my waitress, and I'm not sure if she was just new or she was having a bad day, but I wanted someone to know that, my husband and I didn't feel like our time and our money was utilized appropriately there. We would have had a much better experience if we had gone to a different restaurant. So anyway, the manager called me and was just so nice, and he apologized on behalf of the waitress. Apparently they had received a couple other complaints that day about her, so I guess she just wasn't shaping up to be what they had expected. But he was saying that, yours was the most polite, and you weren't insulting her as a person, so I was really appreciative of how you worded your complaint. And he even said, he's like, and I don't even think of it as a complaint so much as constructive criticism. You were very, very kind and genuine in your email. So I want to send you and your husband a $25 gift card as my personal apology to you. So yeah, there you go, guys. If you have something or someone who's really pissing you off, I always say it's important to leave feedback, but try not to be an asshole about it. Because look, you can end up with $25 to a really nice local restaurant. So that obviously has made my fucking day. And then as far as the bitter part of my bittersweet morning, I have 2 friends that are in questionable relationships, and I always have struggled with knowing whether or not I should kind of cross that boundary and tell them how I feel about the other person. I mean, of course, if they ask me, I'm going to let them know, but you don't really want to become involved in anyone else's romantic drama, because if the relationship does work out, the other partner is going to hate you because they're going to feel like you were trying to sabotage their relationship. But if you're right, obviously, then it can be seen that you were helping your friend kind of escape that. So I have one girlfriend, and she married a guy who was really a piece of shit throughout their entire dating relationship, and now they're having issues after only a month of being married. So I was talking to her today, and then I have another friend, and they jumped into a relationship really quickly and slept with this person on the first date, and I just didn't really know, should I tell them not to pursue this relationship? They have no foundation, and if both parties are entering whatever you have with that same expectation that, we're just going to be here and kind of hang out and we'll see where this goes, then that's fine. But if one person, namely my friend, and I know that they are seeking something more serious, I think it's a bad combination, and I think you're asking for disaster, which has already happened because they are now upset after only 2 weeks of being with this person. It's not working out, and I feel partially responsible because I feel as though I should have been more vocal about my disapproval of this, but at the same time, I don't want to interfere because I've seen how that's gone, and I've had a couple friends get upset at me before for trying to make a positive suggestion. So anyway, this is about 5 minutes long, which is, I think, pretty good for updating you guys. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with, trying to console two friends at the same time about relationships that I had slightly warned them about, but I wasn't maybe as direct as I needed to be because I didn't want to offend them or risk losing the relationship, which I have seen happen in my friend circle before when you try to interfere. So it's just sticky situation, you guys. I'm sure you've all been there, but okay, 5 minutes is too long. You guys probably don't give a shit anyway. All you need to know, I'm feeling good, things are looking good, and I'm ready to rock and roll with gameplay. So just to quickly kind of recap where we left off together, our last episode we spent quite a large chunk of it doing the, oops, I did not mean to turn that off, doing the, I guess you could call it a side questy type deal in order to unlock or acquire Claude's best weapon, at least in my opinion. Oh my goodness. At least in my opinion, which is the Eternal Sphere. So we now have that in our possession. And before I forget, I made a note to show this to you guys. I had unlocked a new ability for Claude. I probably don't need Energy Sword. I'm never going to use it. Called Ripper Blast. So I did want to show this to you. It is a technique in which the enemy is attacked by kicking sharp-edged boulders from the ground at him. So I'm going to go ahead, throw this on L1. We still have R1 as Burst Knuckle. And now that we have the Clarisage in our possession, we are going to go back to Linga and visit with Bowman. And I promise I haven't forgotten about pickpocketing. We are absolutely going to get to that. But I want to wrap up the events of this town first. And we have 2 private actions that we can go ahead and do as well. So let's head up here and have a nice chit chat. Oh, it seems that you managed to bring it. Come on, show it to me. Here, how about this? He should lose his shit, guys, because we got the... Oh, we don't have the Clarisage. We have the Dill Whip. What am I talking about? Okay, rabbit. Why, this is amazing. Is it good enough? Even I haven't seen this one before. How far did you go, anyway? We did it. We did it. Do you realize how incredible this all is? Well, it means that you'll help us see the linguist, right? Don't you understand? You've discovered a completely new species. So this is kind of what I was addressing earlier, guys, when I said the difference between the Clarisage and Dill Whip. If you bring him the Clarisage, he's kind of just like, oh yeah, this is great. This is rare. Thanks for bringing it. But because we got the Dill Whip, he is literally shitting his pants right now. I've never met anyone like you. Keith has to know about this. Great. Thanks, Bowman. I'll go with you to Keith's house. Come on, let's go. Alright, fantabulous! So let's make a quick dash for Keith's home. And get this party started. It's about fucking time someone took us seriously. His assistant says he's busy and we end up getting thrown out. Wait a second, okay? Oh Lord, I don't know what you're gonna do, Bowman. Hey, Keith! Hey, Keith! Keith, you in there, Keith? Hey, Keith! I don't know if this is the best way to go about doing this, Bowman. What in blazes is he doing, anyway? What is it? Stop that racket, will you? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Sorry about the racket. It's me. Oh, Professor! I'm not a professor. Where's Keith? I'll inform him immediately. That's right, you will. Alright, guys. Sorry to keep you waiting. Please come in. Man, it seems like it's not what you know, it's who you know, even in this game. Alright, what do you gotta say, you ass licker? You were Bowman's friends, weren't you? I could see from the beginning that you were intellectuals. Whatever. The professor is resting in his study. Oh, great. I thought he was super fucking busy, you guys. Alright, so there's Keith, who I think is totally adorable. Excuse me. What is it? Why the crowd? Hi, Keith. What's the deal? You too important to receive visitors these days? What's that supposed to mean? These young folks have been trying to see you, but they keep getting the brush off at the door. Oh, that. This Sorcery Globe business has the palace in a snit about some meaningless ancient writings. They've got me working on them, so I told my assistants to keep people out of my hair. Out of your hair? Us? Take it easy, Claude. Listen, spare me your bruised egos, okay? What did you want? Jeez. Of course, we were hoping you could decipher some ancient writings we found on an expedition into Cross Cave. Did you say Cross Cave? Yes, my dear, busy professor. We found them but can't read them. Why didn't you say so? That sounds much more intriguing than some job from a jaded bureaucrat. May I see the ancient writings? Of course. Here. Are you impressed yet, Keith? Why, do you realize what you have here? This may be a watershed discovery. Not sure what watershed discovery means, but okay. Really? The script seems similar to ancient Labar, but the syntax seems to be different. Do you think you can decipher it? It may take some time. Can you leave them with me? I want to give it some time. Of course, Professor. Thank you. I should thank you. This is quite a find, and it wouldn't have come to me if Bowman hadn't insisted. Now this is a rare occasion. Hear that, everyone? Keith thanked me. Rafflecopter! And then we all join in a round of laughter at Keith's expense. I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay. I think we're free to kind of walk around and chat for a little bit. Things couldn't have worked out better. Thank goodness we'll get those writings deciphered. He said it was a historical discovery, didn't he? And who is this? Fine lass, Nine. Please make yourself at home. Biatch, I shall. Let's see. This house is so cute. Very tiny, but cute. So let's head upstairs. Let me just do some exploring. I don't think we can find anything, but just to look at the rooms. I don't know why he has all those beds. Anyway, make sure you come and you chat with Bowman. As long as you don't have Priscus in your party, here's your opportunity to go ahead and recruit him. So don't ignore doing this. I'm glad that Keith was happy about it. It's a great help to us. Thank you very much. Don't mention it. Anyway, you sure have found yourself some interesting business to stick your noses into. I guess we have. I had no idea that the talk about the Sorcery Globe at dinner last night would get so detailed. So you're planning to go to L, are you? Well, yes, that is our plan. Did you think I would just forget about something as interesting as that? What do you mean? Come on, Bowman. Come out and say it. If you have to go on an adventure, you need someone with experience and knowledge, don't you? Yes, such a person would be a help. Then here I am, all 27 years of reliability and expertise. Yours for the taking. Ooh, Bowman, that's quite a proposition. So anyway, we have the option, like I was just saying, of letting Bowman join us. So you could be a douche and not recruit him. And, I mean, it's up to you. Like I said, I don't like Priscus without Ashton, so I'm going to say certainly that would be wonderful, because I think, you know, he's a good dynamic character to have in your party, especially if you're not going to take Priscus. It's almost like, why wouldn't you get him? So anyway, like I said, we're going to say certainly that would be wonderful. Do you mean it? That would be wonderful. But I feel bad that he's going to leave that cute girl downstairs all by herself. All right then, son, you've got yourself a deal. I wouldn't feel comfortable having someone only, what is he, like, Claude is 19, isn't he? I think so. So Bowman should be about 8 years his senior. But anyway, I don't remember dealing. We leave tomorrow morning, right? I'll have to tell Nine. You better give her one last good romp as well, Bowman. Got some things to take care of. See you in the morning, Claude. You and me both, buddy. I don't know why Claude's so upset. I still don't know if it's okay to leave Nene alone like that. Well, you know, sacrifices have to be made. Ah, everybody's sleeping. Oh, here we go. Bow chicka wow wow. I know it's hard on you, sweetheart, but I'll come right back. Why doesn't he just take his wife with him? I know what this means to you. You wouldn't joke about something like this. Nene, darling. All right, I'll take care of the shop. Aw, that's so sad. All I know is, oh, it's getting hot in here. So they take off all their clothes. But anyway, as I was starting to say, I know if my husband had to go somewhere for his anthropological stuff, or if I had to go somewhere for my public health work, the other person would go with the respective spouse leaving. There is no way we would get split up. All right, let's get going. But you haven't said goodbye to Nene, have you? Oh, trust. They said their goodbyes last night. Look, I'm not the kind of person who can say things like, honey, I love you, don't worry, I'll be back, in front of a lot of people, okay? Nene's thinking what I was thinking. She's like, whatever, Bowman. Young people are so dramatic. They've got to have some kind of scene about everything. Nene, I'm going. And last night you were coming. Yes, dear, have a safe journey. All right, then, let's head out for the L continent by way of Liqueur Castle. Since you already have a passport from the King of Cross, we should be able to get the King of Liqueur to order a ship for us to L. And when we get to Liqueur, we should also get some equipment, too. Okay, then, all that's left is to bring back a piece of the Sorcery Globe as a souvenir for Nene. I'll be waiting for you no matter what the outcome, sweetheart. We got Bowman in our party, guys. So, yes, this is going to be exciting. I quite like Bowman, so no complaints from me. All right, so we are done here. We can just chat up Nene again. Take care. All right, so let's head out and save, and then we will wrap up this episode. And when we do come back together momentarily, we are going to do some private actions here in town. I think there are only 2, and then we also are going to do some pickpocketing. So let me go ahead and save. And this is where I will part ways with you guys momentarily. So yes, thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Rabbit, and this is my Let's Play of Star Ocean: The Second Story. So I will see you in just a second on our next episode.